Hi class, today I'm going to talk to you guys about the nurse leader and evidence-based practice, and specifically what the obligation of the leader is in leading change and creating a culture of evidence-based practice in the workplace. First, it's important to understand, though, what evidence-based practice is and the goals of evidence-based practice. From this program, developing our own projects, and also in our own practice, I think we have a good foundation now of what evidence-based practice is and the goals of evidence-based practice in general. The three that I've highlighted here, though, that are probably of the utmost importance is that evidence-based practice helps to increase the quality of care that we deliver to our patients, as well as the quality of care that they receive, which helps to produce good quality outcomes. Evidence-based practice also helps to improve the quality of the patient experience. So overall, they're significantly more satisfied and they experience better outcomes. And then thirdly, it helps to reduce associated healthcare costs. While the concept of evidence-based practice may seem straightforward and easy, there is actually a significant amount of barriers which hinder its ability to take this evidence and implement it into practice. Some of the most significant barriers that nurses experience, and that especially the nurse leader has to work to overcome in order to create change and to create that culture of evidence-based practice within their healthcare setting, would be lack of time, limited knowledge, lack of resources, and limited access to evidence. On an organizational level, so from the point of view of an individual nurse, there are also additional barriers which hinder their ability to take the most recent evidence and implement it into practice. And these include heavy or burdensome workloads, unsupportive managers, their own lack of authority to change practice, so managers not being supportive of them wanting to make change and using this information and data to make change in practice, and then a culture resistant to change in evidence-based practice. So all of these barriers that I've discussed, both on the previous slide and then these organizational barriers, are areas that the nurse leader needs to work to overcome in their healthcare setting in order to create change and to create that culture of evidence-based practice in the workplace. So given this, it's obvious that the nurse leader is tasked with a huge responsibility in overcoming these barriers and changing the culture towards evidence-based practice. And they have a lot of roles and obligations in doing so. And the first really is a strong foundation of evidence-based practice. They also have to be committed to evidence-based practice and have a vision of what they would like evidence-based practice to look like in their workplace setting in order to really make that change towards evidence-based practice. Once they have that strong foundation, it's then their responsibility or obligation to advocate for it, both on an organizational level within their healthcare system or organization, and then also amongst individual clinical staff, especially bedside nurses. And then from there, in order to do so, they really need to take accountability, implement evidence-based practice into their own work. And by doing so, they're helping to lead by example, and then also empowering and engaging bedside nurses and clinical staff, informing them of what evidence-based practice truly is, and then helping them to navigate evidence-based practice and implement it into their own work. I want to talk first about the nurse leader empowering and engaging bedside nurses, because I believe that this is the largest obligation and biggest responsibility of the nurse leader in creating that change and creating that culture of evidence-based practice in the workplace. And there's a couple things that are most significant in doing so for the nurse leader. The first would be actively empowering leadership, or taking that role of empowering leadership. And what that means is engagement of the nurse leader in evidence-based practice to create engagement for bedside nurses. So again, leading by example. If the nurse leader is not actively engaged in evidence-based practice, then those bedside nurses and clinical staff around them will not be engaged in evidence-based practice either. The next responsibility of the nurse leader would be to build a relationship or partnership between the bedside nurse, and this stems directly from empowering leadership. So with this, the two work together. It isn't the nurse leader telling the bedside nurse what to do. And this helps build team-centeredness while also harnessing multiple perspectives, experiences, and ideas, which is very helpful for that change towards evidence-based practice, multiple ideas and minds coming together. And it focuses on teamwork as well. So the bedside nurse doesn't feel like they're just being told what to do. And that really helps create that culture and create that change. This also goes hand in hand with collaboration and collective intelligence, which is that the nurse leader is honoring the bedside nurse's knowledge. They're believing that the bedside nurse is in the greatest position to identify those gaps in care and those gaps in, or those changes that need to be made in care in order to produce better outcomes. And they're working together to come up with and brainstorm changes that can be made based off of the most recent evidence in order to create that change in practice. And then lastly, a great way that the nurse leader can empower and engage bedside nurses, which is taken directly from the literature, is to create a principle approach rather than a rule-based approach. This way the staff isn't feeling restricted and like it's an activity that's required for them to do, and rather it promotes flexibility and creativity, which really helps to foster new ideas and build a positive environment surrounding evidence-based practice. And then, as previously mentioned, the nurse leader also has a responsibility to advocate for evidence-based practice, both at the organizational level and then again with bedside nurses and clinical staff. They can do so on the organizational level by advocating for time for evidence-based practice to be built into their daily practice or their work, because otherwise nurses will see evidence-based practice as just another extra activity or burden for their workload, and they'll be less likely to want to engage in evidence-based practice. And then from the bedside nurses standpoint, the nurse leader really needs to create this balance of what is essential, what work needs to still get done. Recognizing the heavy workload that nurses experience daily, but also those changes that need to be made and that can be made through evidence-based practice, and creating a balance of both in order to allow bedside nurses to adopt evidence-based practice and create that change and that culture of evidence-based practice in the workplace. Overall, healthcare is definitely shifting. As the literature said, healthcare is no longer looking just at stability, but now the development of new ideas and possibilities while still delivering safe, competent care. And the shift is really due to evidence-based practice and the incorporation of evidence-based practice into our cultures and into our workplaces. And the nurse leader has the responsibility to be knowledgeable and committed to this movement and help to foster new ideas themselves, but also empower and encourage bedside nurses to engage in evidence-based practice in order to lead change and to establish a culture of evidence-based practice in the workplace.